Coming up next on TVM-News, Marywood is hosting its first ever pickleball event. Plus, we have news on an E. coli outbreak stemming from a popular McDonald's menu item. And the 120th World Series kicks off the season with two of baseball's most storied franchises. All that and much more coming up on TVM-News.
Good afternoon and welcome to TVM News. Today is Friday, October 25th. I'm Colby Hughes.
And I'm John Downey. This week you have news about a fatal car accident in Wayne County.
We also have news about a Montour County School's Best Self program.
I will be checking in with weather anchor Brielle Sheelan for the forecast and sports anchor Vincent Goldschmidt for the latest in Marywood and professional sports. Calling all pickleball players as Marywood-University intramurals is hosting a pickleball tournament tomorrow starting at 11 o'clock on the tennis courts. An email was sent out Monday with the form for teams to sign up. Whether you are a seasoned player or new to the sport, join your fellow classmates on the court. For any questions about the tournament, reach out to Colin Becker at cmbecker@m.marywood.edu.
MetaQuest 3 VR headsets are available for checkout at the library. Students, faculty, and staff will have the benefit of interacting with real and imagined realities. These realities include, but are not limited to, anatomy and physiology, flight simulation, history, creative arts, language learning, and games. To borrow a headset, you must visit the Knowledge Bar in person and request one. VR sets can be borrowed for up to 4 hours. Be sure to complete a factory reset before returning the headset.
Marywood-University will focus on food justice and nourishing the community during events at this year's Advocacy and Social Justice Day this past Wednesday, October 23rd from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. The event was held at the Liguori Center and at the Insulaco Center for Studio Arts on campus.
Marywood's annual It's On Us Week hosted numerous events to combat campus sexual assault. This past Monday and Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., they hosted an It's On Us table in the Learning Commons to spread awareness about healthy relationships. This past Tuesday through Thursday, they hosted an escape room. The escape room was ran from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Tuesday and Thursday, and from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Wednesday.
College is an incredible time, but let's be honest, it's not always easy. Whether the pressure of deadlines, the stress of new social situations, or just missing the comfort of home, it's completely normal to feel overwhelmed. If you ever find yourself struggling, Marywood-University's Psychological Services Center is here to support you every step of the way. Stop in whether you need a listening ear, some advice, or a little guidance. Taking care of your mental health is one of the most important things you can do for yourself.
The Career Development Center will be hosting Harvesting Success, Carve Out Your Career map from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Monday, November 4th. It will take place in the Career Services Office, which is room 162 in the Learning Commons. This interactive workshop will help you identify your transferable skills and create a personalized career map. Space is limited to the first 15 participants. The deadline to register is November 1st. When we come back, we'll tell you about the Turkish leader who passed away in the Poconos.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Titans go! When the Teen Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely. To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly.
Hollywood, here we come! The Atom has arrived!
Have a seat, my dude.
For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Impressive!
It's an upbeat
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
A Clark Summit man died in a car crash late last week in Wayne County. State police at Honesdale say the crash killed Vincent Palmieri, 69. The accident happened before 3 p.m. on the Owego Turnpike in Cherry Ridge Township. Palmieri swerved into the westbound lane to avoid rear-ending a car that was making a left-hand turn. Once he did, he collided head-on with an oncoming vehicle. The driver and the passenger of the other vehicle were both hospitalized with minor injuries.
State police in Schuylkill County claim a 67-year-old man died in a car crash near Mikado. Jeffrey Urban veered off the right shoulder of Mile Hill Road and struck the rear of a parked tractor trailer at about 1 a.m. The crash killed Urban and wounded his passenger, Amy Urban, who was taken to a hospital in Allentown to be treated.
A 1-month-old girl from Carbondale was hospitalized last week because her father allegedly shook her while trying to get her to eat. The baby's father, Chase Hawley, is in police custody for assault and may face additional charges pending the outcome of an autopsy of the dead infant. Hawley admitted to the police he harmed his daughter while feeding her Tuesday. After she refused to take her bottle, he shook her in frustration, where she then went limp and cold.
Liberty Valley Intermediate School in Montour County has its Best Self program taking off. The Best Self program has been making a positive impact on the school and community since its start last year. The program encourages students to be kind, respectful, try their hardest, and put safety first. Liberty Valley Intermediate Principal explains that everyone in the building has access to scan the kids' badges and they earn points when they are doing a good job. The children are able to use their points at the school store. An HSA Liberty Valley board member explains that they have received donations from various businesses during this initiative. Students can redeem their points for school apparel, posters, and other items.
A fire wrecked a home in Luzerne County on Sunday night. Fire crews fought the flames along Walnut Drive in Salem Township around 10:30 p.m. Firefighters described the house as unoccupied, adding that the home had power. Authorities say nobody was hurt, but a dog did die in the fire. State police are still investigating what caused the fire.
Turkish spiritual leader Fethullah Gulen died this week in the Poconos. Thousands of people gathered for a prayer service in North New Jersey. Gulen inspired a global social movement while he was facing false accusations of masterminding a failed military coup in 2016 against Turkish President Recep Erdogan. Gulen's pallbearers included both those who studied under him directly and those who went to a school inspired by his movement. He is to be buried on the grounds of the Chestnut Retreat Center, the nonprofit founded by Turkish Americans, where he spent his last years. Gulen never married nor had any children.
A food service plant in the Poconos is closing its doors. According to a state-warned notice, Sodexo will close its plant in Pocono Township near Swiftwater on December 31st. Sodexo provides food services to hospitals, schools, and universities. As of now, this is the only location that the company is shutting down.
Dress for Success is expanding their business. The nonprofit originated in Wilkes-Barre and has grown enough for owner Linda Loop to open a second location in Hazleton. Loop says she wants the nonprofit to be a safe haven for any women who have issues and empower them. The McGowan Foundation Director, Gertrude McGowan, explains that the program is designed to help people make a living in addition to giving them career-ready outfits. Women can come to Dress for Success by setting up an appointment. Coming up, we have news about a Washington State shooting. My hands are sweating, and my hands have never sweat. Okay.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Titans go!
When the Teen Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely. To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly.
Hollywood, here we come! The Atom has arrived! Have a
seat, my dude.
For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Impressive.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Philip Zimbardo, the psychologist behind the Stanford prison experiment, died at age 91. Stanford University announced Zimbardo's death on October 14th. His cause of death is unknown. The prison experiment consisted of a team of college graduate males participating in a mock prison. The experiment ended when the students playing guards became abusive and the prisoners were negatively impacted. Zimbardo had a wife, 3 children, and 4 grandchildren.
Lighting on a Houston radio tower reportedly fell just days before it was hit by a helicopter on Sunday, killing 4 people. The helicopter was operating as an air tower flight, which slammed into the 1,000-foot-high tower just before 8 p.m. The tower's lights were unserviceable until the end of the month. According to Federal Aviation Administration notice to the pilots last week, the crash ignited a large explosion that could be heard at a fire station half a mile from the site. The crash killed 4 people, including the pilot and 3 passengers, one of which was a child.
New York Magazine star reporter Olivia Nuzzi is parting ways with the company. She was placed on leave after she shared her personal relationship with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. The Davis Wright Tremaine law firm and New York Magazine Internal Review Board found no inaccuracies nor biases in her published works. However, both Newsy and the New York Magazine agreed it would be best to part ways.
A fast-moving fire led by strong winds burned 2 homes Friday and damaged several others in the hillside. Hundreds of people were ordered to evacuate their Oakland homes before more than 100 firefighters stopped the progress of the flames. There were no immediate reports of death or serious injuries. The cause of the fire is unknown.
5 people were killed last Monday in a Washington state shooting. 3 of the victims were children and a juvenile suspect was arrested. Deputies responded to the call at around 5 a.m. King County Sheriff's Office says the incident took place at a home in the Lake Alice Road neighborhood in Falls City, about 25 miles east of Seattle. There is no clear relationship between the suspected shooter and victims. The Sheriff's Office says the juvenile can face second or first-degree murder charges.
An E. coli outbreak linked to McDonald's Quarter Pounders has led to at least 49 illnesses across 10 states, including 1 death. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control issues a food safety alert Tuesday, warning that dozens of people reported eating the Quarter Pounder before becoming sick. E. coli is a common bacteria that can cause infections after a person swallows the bacteria. People have reported severe stomach cramps, diarrhea, fever, and vomiting.
Parents, teachers, and ministers in Oklahoma are suing to stop the school Bible mandate. The state's top education is attempting to incorporate the Bible into lesson plans starting in 5th grade and going up to 12th grade. Erica Wright claims it's up to her and her husband to determine how and when her kids learn about the Bible and its teachings. The initial lawsuit called to purchase Bibles endorsed by former President Donald Trump. The second lawsuit is challenging the mandate. Details of the second lawsuit are pending.
A collection of over 2,500 silver coins from the time of Norman conquest has been brought to the United Kingdom for more than $5 million. Adam Staples and Lisa Grace found the bulk of the coins, estimated to be from the year 1066. The coins were likely buried for safekeeping, but now they're going to be on display in London's British Museum on November 26th.
Now we will check in with Brielle Sheelan for the forecast this week.
Thanks, Colby. This week is going to be clear and mild, with today's high at 61 and low at 46. Today is looking sunny with no chance of rain, and tomorrow will be around 59 and partly cloudy. Beginning next week, it's looking sunny on Sunday and Monday in the mid to high 50s. Tuesday is going to go up to 65 degrees, maintaining clear skies. Ending off the week, it will be heating back up to the 70s with some clouds, perfect weather for Halloween fun. With your TVM weather report, this is Brielle Sheelan. Have a great week.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hey, let's go!
When the Teen Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely. To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly.
Hollywood, here we come! The Atom has arrived!
Have a seat, my dude.
For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Impressive!
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
TVM sports anchor Vincent Goldschmidt has the latest happenings in Marywood and national sports. Over to you, Vincent.
Thanks, Colby. The Marywood men's soccer team hosted Marywood-University for its senior night Wednesday. It wasn't until the 33rd minute when Marywood would strike.
Couple shuffles as he runs up, fires, and in the back of the net, Danny Gomez sinks the PK and shoots the bow and arrow to the crowd.
Marywood would score twice more on the feet of Drew Smith and Jack Forbes as the Pacers would win 3-0 against the Griffins, their first conference win of the season. The victory puts Marywood fourth in the AEC with 2 matches remaining, heading to Brooklyn, New York to face the Pratt Institute Cannoneers tomorrow before finishing their season at Immaculata facing the Mighty Macs. The women's soccer squad looks to stay unbeaten in October, currently sitting 5-0-1 in the month. Most recently, Marywood battered the Griffins of Gwynedd-Mercy. Captain Josephine Source struck twice, while Riley Mulhern and the Walters twins, Carly and Caroline, each netted 1 in the victory. Marywood celebrates its seniors tomorrow afternoon, hosting Pratt Institute. Make sure to tune in to the broadcast presented by TV-Marywood Sports. Marywood field hockey remains the AEC's best, winning 2 games this past week. After muscling a gutsy win Saturday against Immaculata, the Pacers torched Manhattanville-University 9-0. Maria Tamata, Sydney Lahr, and Darian Jones all contributed 2 goals in the effort. As the conference playoffs are quickly coming, Marywood finishes its season with Gwynedd-Mercy tomorrow before a non-conference game against TCNJ. Over to the national scene, where the World Series is set to start tonight, with the New York Yankees being the American League representative and the Dodgers coming from the National League. The Yankees earned a first-round bye after finishing the regular season with the best record in the AL. They made quick work in both the ALDS and the ALCS against the Kansas City Royals and Cleveland Guardians. As for Los Angeles, they finished the regular season with 98 wins, the most in baseball this year. They fought hard to escape the NLDS as the San Diego Padres forced the series to a winner-go-home Game 5. The New York Mets made the NLCS difficult as well, forcing 6 games. This is the 12th World Series between these juggernaut franchises, the most for any 2 teams to face in the World Series. Will the Yankees win their 28th title, or will Los Angeles win their 2nd World Series in 5 years? Either way, this series should be one for the ages. While the Yankees look to win a championship, a fellow New York team won the first in franchise history. After finishing the regular season as the top seed, the New York Liberty battled through the playoffs with Game 5 of the WNBA Championship needing overtime to decide a winner. New York scored first in OT, holding on to the lead en route to a championship win. Forward Jonquel Jones earned Finals MVP, averaging just under 18 points, over 7.5 rebounds, and over a steal per game in the Finals for New York. After weeks without star QB Tua Tagovailoa, the Miami Dolphins offense will get their play caller back ahead of their Week 8 matchup versus the Arizona Cardinals. Tagovailoa has been on the IR since Week 2, following a loss to the Buffalo Bills in which he suffered a concussion, the 4th in the last 3 seasons. Many doubted his ability to return to the field this season and even discussed if the 26-year-old would retire. Though he may be returning to the field, head coach Mike McDaniel wants his quarterback to proceed with caution.
He has to be able to protect himself for him to, regardless of the first down conversion that he's trying to get, for him to be on the field with his team, that he needs to be smart about how he engages in contact.
Miami desperately needs Tagovailoa on the field as the offense has stifled since his departure. The Dolphins are bottom 10 in passing yards per game and dead last in points per game, currently sitting with a 2-4 record. That's all for sports. TVM News will return after these messages.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Titans go!
When the Teen Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely. To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly.
Hollywood, here we come! The Atom has arrived!
Have a seat, my dude.
For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Impressive!
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Angelina Jolie stars in official Maria Trailer, Good Omens, and Neil Gaiman news. And Daisy Ridley gets tense in Magpie.
Angelina Jolie is Maria Callas in the official trailer for Maria, the drama about the acclaimed Sopranos' final days from Jackie and Spencer director.
Angelina Jolie stars in official Maria Trailer, Good Omens, and Neil Gaiman news. And Daisy Ridley gets tense in Magpie.
Angelina Jolie is Maria Callas in the official trailer for Maria, the drama about the acclaimed Sopranos' final days from Jackie and Spencer director Pablo Larraín debuts in select theaters November 27th and on Netflix December 11th. When Good Omens comes back, it won't be as a series. Season 3 of the show, based on the Neil Gaiman Terry Pratchett novel, will be one 90-minute episode set to begin filming next year in Scotland. This comes as Gaiman departs the project in the wake of sexual assault allegations by several women. Gaiman has denied the allegations. Here's a look at Daisy Ridley in the noir thriller Magpie. Annette and Ben's marriage begins to fracture when she grows suspicious of his infatuation with a movie star. Magpie, based on an original idea by Ridley, opens in select theaters this weekend. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
I think I'll tune into that Angelina Jolie movie. What about you?
It looked pretty interesting. I mean, why not, right?
That's going to do it for this week's edition of TVM News.
Make sure to like and subscribe to the TV-Marywood YouTube page to see all the latest TVM content, and follow the TVM Instagram page to stay up to date with everything TVM has to offer.
For Vincent Goldschmidt, Brielle Sheeland, and everyone at TVM News, I'm Colby Hughes.
And I'm John Downey. Have a great week, Marywood.